Let's start with episode 1 story in detail. First we have Banchan shop owner Nam Heng Sun, who gives us the rundown on her neighborhood's morning rush hour, determined moms lining up for hours to get a good spot at Hagwon for their kids. Hagwons are the private coaching centers in Korea. In the next scene we see many moms going so far as to hire people to stand in line for Hagwon. Heng Sun's own daughter, Nam Ha-yi, has never expressed interest in attending Hagwon, and Heng Sun juggles way too many other responsibilities to pay it much thought. Not only does she run the Banchan shop as a single mom, but she's also the sole caretaker for her autistic brother, Nam Jae-woo, who has a heart condition that lands him in the hospital from time to time. Eventually, we learn that Ha-yi isn't technically her daughter, but her niece. One day when Ha-yi was still a small child, Heng Sun's sister dropped her off at their mother's restaurant and never came back. Heng Sun's mother ran after her and was hit by a car. At the time, Heng Sun was on the national handball team, but kept having to ask for time off to take care of her brother and niece. Annoyed, the coach told her to choose between the team and her family, and Heng Sun walked out without a second thought. It wasn't long before Ha-yi asked to call her mom instead of aunt, and it stuck. Like any family, the two have their rough patches, like when Ha-yi gets frustrated with Heng Sun's ignorance about school matters and runs off, but they're both trying their best to do right by each other in their own way. After a disappointing mock exam, Ha-yi takes her best friend's advice and asks to enroll in just one Hagwon class, that of superstar math instructor Choi Chi-yeol. That means Heng Sun will have to close the shop for one morning and plunge into unfamiliar territory amongst the other very intense mothers, but she does so with gusto and secures Ha-yi the very last spot in Chi-yeol's class. As for Chi-yeol himself, it's easy to see why the students and their parents are so enamored with him. In class, he's passionate and charismatic, known for punctuating motivational pep talks with his signature high kick. When the occasional student-turned-stalker shows up at his house, he can't bring himself to just kick them out, and inevitably someone photographs him calling them a taxi, sparking rumors that soon fizzle out because the public has so much faith in him. Behind the scenes, though, he's brusque and particular. He'll gladly film an impromptu dance for his ad campaign, but he won't stay a second later than the allotted time slot. His devoted assistant, Ji Dong-hee, to repeat words of assurance 3 times over. Due to some mysterious, traumatic incident involving a past who is now deceased student, Chi-yeol also suffers from insomnia and a stress-induced eating disorder that makes him physically unable to eat without getting sick. But then one day Dong-hee picks up a lunchbox from Heng Sun's shop for him, and Chi-yeol forces himself to take a few bites, resigning himself to the inevitable, only to realize he doesn't feel the least bit sick. He finishes the whole thing, crying from relief that he's finally found food he can keep down. That's all in this episode. Please like and subscribe this channel if you liked this video. Thanks a lot, we'll meet in the next video.